What's going on, Shredder Gang, and welcome back to the BreauRips YouTube channel. We are in our second episode of the Scarlet and Violet review series, and that leads us, because we're going in order, to the one and only Paldea Evolved. So awesome set, in my opinion, but let's see if we can't rip open something, maybe go a little carp catching, see if we can't get ourselves something caught on the end of our fishing pole and dive into this awesome set from the Scarlet and Violet era. Come on, let's go. Excited to jump into Paldea Evolved and take a look at this set. What a doozy of a set it actually is. And in my opinion, one of the top sets. First pack, let's see what awaits for us. And good old Paldea Evolved. We get a couple different things for the very first time in here. We get to see our Gen 9 starters and their evolution line. So that's always fun. Ooh, speaking of that, Quaquavel EX there. Nice little start. And yeah, there's quite a bit that was in. Forgot my sleeves. Get those out here before we get too far down the line. There's quite a bit that was introduced in Paldea Evolved for the Scarlet and Violet era. We do also have the Gen 9 legendaries, the Ruins of Treasure Pokemon with the Tinglus and the Chi-Yus and Chimpao and all those goodies. So that was cool to see those. And then honestly, my favorite part about Paldea Evolved is gonna be that illustration rare set. Like the whole entire illustration rare set in this is just mwah, so good, so good. So and that's going to be indicative by some of my chases from there that we're going to talk about. Obviously, topping the list is going to be, at least for me, the Magikarp. Beautiful card. We've pulled it a couple different times on stream now, which has been amazing each time. And still, that card is just, it's so beautiful. It's so well done. It's such a cool card. The art style on it, the difficulty in trying to pull it and grade it. Ooh, baby, we're kicking off with some gold, baby. We got the gold water energy sneaking out on us right when we were just starting to talk about it. Come on, Paldea Evolved. So rude, interrupting us with hits. But there we go. Nice gold card to kick us off. Gold water energy. Why couldn't we get the gold lightning energy in Scarlet and Violet base set? Come on now. Anyways, the Carp, beautiful card. Another chase of mine is the Tyranitar illustration rare. I absolutely love that card. I think it's very well done. I love the scale and the size that it makes Tyranitar look to. Just an all-timer there, in my opinion. And of course, it's a popular Pokemon too, with Tyranitar. Always a win when you have a really strong art on a really popular Pokemon. And what else we got? The Miss Magus illustration rare is actually one of my favorites from this set, and I didn't know it was until we pulled it for the very first time on stream, and I was absolutely amazed by that card. Beautifully executed. It's just aesthetically, like, it matches the Pokemon so well. I don't know, very cool card. I would love to pull it here. It's one of my personal favorites from the set. And finally, the Meryl illustration rare too, which is, of course, gone up in price a lot somewhat recently, and has kind of gotten the hype back onto it. But that's still one that I think is incredibly designed, and it looks beautiful, very vibrant colors, and just kind of catches your attention. So those are my chases. Like I said, very strong illustration rares too. So in this set, which is indicative of my chase list being almost all illustration rares, so we'll see about that. But let's see what this pack holds first. Household, it's a Titan, Sudowoodo, Corviknight, and a Tyranitar. Only the EX in the water gold energy so far. Hopefully we can make this the second episode with a little double hit box from Scarlet and Violet era. Excited to go through all the sets. And if you're just catching up on this one, make sure you go back and check the Scarlet and Violet base set video as well. It was a fun one that we did, and we're going to be going in order through all of these Scarlet and Violet Era sets and opening up a booster box of each of them and having a good time checking out some of the arts, talking about the pros and the cons, and just a little bit about each set and kind of appreciating it. So see if we can't appreciate Paldea Evolved just a little bit more by getting a nice hit here. Maybe it can bribe us. Oh, I can't grab the cards apparently. And a Copper Raja EX, as I mentioned before, and I will continue to reiterate, is the insane lineup of illustration rares that it has. Honestly, just every single one is so good, and you see that very quickly by even just values of the cards themselves. Not that is everything, but it paints a picture, and you can actually the Wooper and a Luxray. You can actually see it in a lot of the pricing on this set by how strong they are, because a lot of the illustration rares are over the SIRs, and by a lot I mean all of them basically, other than the Iono SIR. So that's indicative of how strong these illustration rares really are in this set, and just how desired they are. Another thing that makes the set crazy and desirable is of course going to be the carp. It's a beautiful art. It's one of the top in all of Scarlet and Violet chases, and it's very difficult to grade, which will be on our con list in a little bit here. But that's a huge thing. We talked a little bit about Scarlet and Violet base not having a very clear-cut chase, and Paldea Evolved very quickly remedied that by making the carp as attractive as it is and desirable. So very cool art, very cool card, very difficult. Again, a PSA 10 and a well graded grade. So that's another one. Pros, another pro is they continued a lot of the line arts, very intentional about it, make them look nice and make sense and have some meaning behind it. And I think that goes a long way. And a lot of people really enjoy that. So, Skeledirge EX full art here. Got some crazy vibrant colors on this. Gotta love the Foy Coco line. I mentioned earlier too, as a pro, it introed us into the new Gen 9 legendaries. We get to see the Gen 9 starter lines, which are very cool. We just talked about that a little bit. We also mentioned too in the very beginning, it really did get Scarlet and Violet on the map, the era on the map, and the buzz really started generating with Paldea Evolved, I think more than base. So I think a lot of people really got into it. You'll probably even hear a lot of people attest to this getting them back into collecting, or maybe if they took a little break after Sword and Shield, they got back in with Paldea Evolved, and some really cool Pokemon there. And honestly, in my opinion, even with the growth that it's already seen, especially on the singles front and obviously the sealed front, I still think the singles still have a little room to grow. I don't think they're near their max yet. So obviously that's very evident because it's not even that old, but you know what I mean. Still got some room to cook, in my opinion, and this set just gonna keep on giving, in my opinion, throughout many years down the road. So just a couple little pros off of my list, at least. Of course, that's subjected to just my opinion. Some cons, also in my opinion, it was very popular, which isn't necessarily a con, but that did also cause for it to be difficult to get a hold of. I don't know necessarily in every single region. Got the Chi Yu, bless you. Every single region might not be the same, but somebody living in a highly populated and high density area with a lot of card shops and products and box stores around in Southern California, Paldea Evolved I didn't see a lot of. So that's something to keep in mind. And like I said, isn't really indicative of it necessarily being a con, but was a con just with the buzz around it. Double Pinecos there, weird. It did have a reprint as well, which very quickly got scooped up, and some people even doubted the extent to which it was reprinted. So that's an interesting interesting little one too. The quality control, we talked about this a little bit with the carp, kind of adding to the chase of it, but the quality control was a little, yeah, not the best. To start off with Scarlet and Violet, I mean, obviously English quality control has always been a little lackluster, little caution to the wind thrown there, but felt like a lot of the bigger chases on here and a lot of the cards, you were probably going home with some kind of little defect on it. So something to be aware of. And then obviously too, because of its just popularity and stuff like that with the Pokemon panic that's kind of set in the 2024-2025 era. Oh, if you watched our recent short, then you know what this duo has brought us in the past. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a... Oh, it was on the same pack though. We got a Ting Lu SIR. Nice, we got another double hit box starting off the Scarlet and Violet review series, which is awesome. Scarlet and Violet base, we also had a gold card, the gold Miradon, and we had a, what did we have, Iron Treads EX SIR. So now we got the Ting Lu SIR, which is very cool. Honestly gives me Star Wars vibes, a little AT-AT action on Hoth. And then we got the water gold energy, or gold water energy there, kicking us off on a nice little 2-for box. So we'll take that. Continuing that trend on. Hey, let's carry it all the way through, baby. Let's carry it all the way through the series, please. But yeah, with the craze and the Pokemon panic of 2024-2025, yo, Rookie D. I'm just gonna keep talking about the subject because I keep getting interrupted with some illustration rares. Nice little Rookie D there. But that did cause this set in particular to pretty quickly raise and get some crazy skyrocketing going on in the pricing. So this one was definitely impacted by that. So a little on the pricier side now to get sealed wise and to get some product from it, but who knows down the line, maybe we'll see another reprint, maybe we'll see something along those lines. I don't know. Come on, Pokemon, just help us out a little bit here. But still a very, very nice set and great arts all around. So it was definitely needed, as I mentioned too. It got that craze going for Scarlet and Violet Era, which was very needed after base set, and people were just hesitant to jump in, right? Went from yellow to silver borders, and we have IRs and SIRs and EXs now instead of Vs, and a lot of change for a lot of people that, they weren't sure where it was going to go, how it was going to look, what it was going to do to the game. A lot of questions, which is understandable with a lot of change. So Paldea Evolved kind of delivered on a lot of those fronts to get people back in the mix and back in it. So thankful for that. Pikachu and a Squawkabilly. We're 2 for 2 on some Squawkabillies as well. Holy squawkamole indeed. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, guys. How do you guys feel about Paldea Evolved? And do you think it's worth all the hype? Do you like the cards? Do you think it's in a proper spot? Overpriced, overhyped, underhyped? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Lightning Energy, Crocolore. Love this. Ooh, and then Annihilate. Can't speak. Words are hard. Stay in school, kids. Last pack Magikarp here. Maybe. Honestly, we got a pretty solid box. Not even mad what we got here. Very strong showing so far to some of the booster boxes from Paldea Evolved and Scarlet and Violet base set. Aschiff, Slackoth, Paldean Wooper, Mismagus, Bramblegast, Toxicroak, Lockix, Calamitous Wasteland, and a Hariyama. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. We have the Squawkabilly EX, Chiyu EX, Copperaja EX, and a Quaquaval. We have the Annihilate full art here. The Rookie D illustration rare. The Skeledirge EX full art. A Paldean Wooper just lounging in his little pond. We have the Ting Lu SIR. Very nice. Like I said, gives me Hoth Star Wars vibes. AT-AT going on. And then we got the Gold Water Energy making its appearance in all of its golden glory. And that puts a wrap on the Paldea Evolved booster box. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for sticking around and hanging in there on episode number 2 of the Scarlet and Violet review series that we're doing. We're going through the entire order of all Scarlet and Violet era sets. We're just ripping open some packs, talking about it, having a good time, enjoying it with each other, and yeah, seeing what's out there. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on Paldea Evolved. Personally, I think one of the top sets in Scarlet and Violet. The Carp is great. Illustration rares are just absolutely bonkers. I feel like you can't really hang with the illustration rare set in this one. So very, very cool and clear-cut front runner, in my opinion, for the Scarlet and Violet era. But I'd love to hear your opinions down below. So let me know. And make sure, too, if you like this content, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and turn those notifications on. So anytime we go live, you know about it. You know, when we release a video or a short or, we go live or anything like that, we would love to see you on our lives on Mondays and Wednesdays around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'd love to see you there. So join us there, and thank you so much for being here. Make sure you're keeping an eye out for number 3 in the review set. We will see you on the next one. Take care, be safe, and keep on ripping.